So lately I've been getting a fuck ton of requests to do childhood stories, and my childhood stories are pretty fucking funny, but this one that I wanted to tell you guys is really fucking nasty, okay? And I was only 13, so this was all confusing to me and really like just gross, and I was younger, and it was the summertime, okay? I was 13 years old, it was the summer, and everything was going great. Like, everything was just perfect, everything was awesome, and it was a fun summer. And one of my friends invited me over for the night, and I was hyped because he has a great room. He's got, like, a desktop computer, he had a big-ass TV, he had bunk beds, and it was just, like, perfect for me. So I went over there, and I don't know what was wrong with this kid, but he was always talking about some awkward shit. And I just don't know if he was hitting puberty really early, but like he used to just talk about some weird shit. He must have just discovered his penis at a young age or something, because I don't fucking know. And he just used to talk about weird stuff all the time. And I remember there was one occurrence where I legitimately like asked him to use his iPod Touch because I was bored, and he gives it to me and I open it and there's like 6 different tabs of porn open, and I'm like, okay. So, I'm not going to judge him for that and stop hanging out with him, but this just kind of drew the line a little bit. So I go to bed pretty late, okay, guys? Even in the school year, like, I go to bed fairly late. And even when I was 13, I went to bed late. So my friend goes to bed at about midnight, okay? And he lets me sit on Xbox and use his headset and his controller and stuff and play Xbox. So I'm just chilling. I'm playing some Halo 3, having fun. And a couple hours go by, and I'm talking to some of my friends on Xbox, and I start hearing this creaking noise behind me. And he has a wooden bunk bed, and like the frame is all wood, and it makes a fuck ton of noise. Like every time I went over there, it was always creaking and making weird noises when people were on it. And I mean, it's wood, it's understandable, and it's definitely older. So I start hearing this creaking noise, and I turn around, and he's still sitting there sleeping. I'm like, okay. And I turn back around and I keep playing. And I keep hearing this creaking noise, and I'm not paying it any mind because I just think it's the bunk bed. And it starts getting like louder and louder and faster, and I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And I turn around real slowly without making any noise, and I see what he's doing, and I immediately turn back around and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Because being age 13, I knew what he was doing, but seeing him do it was what made me feel real fucking uncomfortable. And I'm like, this kid is legitimately trying to bust a fucking nut in his bed while his friend's over. That's the grossest thing I've ever seen. So I immediately think of an escape plan. I'm like, okay, I gotta escape this. I need to get out of this situation as fast as possible before this kid busts a nut in his bed and I have to sit there and hear it. So I'm like, alright, what do I do? What do I do? This kid's violently harassing his dick. I need to think of a getaway plan. Alright, I'm just gonna stand up like I don't know what he's doing and walk out of the room. Worst decision ever, because I fucking take the headset off and stand up, and the minute I stand up, you hear like a bunch of creaking, and he fucking throws the covers over his stomach, and I turn around and I'm like, are you okay, dude? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine, where you going? I'm like, to the bathroom, I'll be back. And I go to the bathroom, and I could hear this motherfucker's bed still creaking, he was still doing the do, and he was fucking still jacking his dick off, and he continued to stay in there and do it while I was in the bathroom, and I had to take cover in a bathroom for like 20 minutes and wait for this fucker to finish. So I finally go in when I think that it's clear, and he's just laying there with his hands behind his head like he's in paradise or some shit. And he's like, what's up, bro? I'm like, not much, man. And I sat down to, pick up the controller to play Halo 3, and when I touched the controller, I was like, I can't even think of this controller the same way ever again. And I put it back down and went to the computer and just started watching YouTube videos. And that was gross. It was so weird, man. It was the weirdest shit ever, and I want to tell you guys about it. So if you enjoyed this, click the like button. And yeah, let me know some of your experiences in the comments below. Leave your weird childhood stories down there. And if you want to see more childhood stories, leave a like. And I'll see you guys all later. I love you all so much. Peace.